In this video, we're just going to take a look at answering essay type questions within BetterExaminations. So I'm in the outside the lobby at the moment, just waiting to enter the exam. I'm just going to join the lobby now, and from here then I can enter the exam. So I'm just going to begin my exam, and now when my exam has loaded, I can see that this exam is made up of two questions. I can see this over here on the right. So question 1 and question 2. I also get this progress bar up at the top. You see the way because there's only two questions here, it's just telling me the first question means I've got this the exam is half complete, and of course on question 2 the exam will be fully complete. Now I can see that the exam question is up here, and of course I'll be answering in here in the text box. I can see that there's a word limit specified as well. So what I can do is I'm just going to paste in some text, and let's have a look at some of the formatting options that are available to us. Now some of these may not be available to you, or you may see some more of these, but these are the basic ones that you might encounter. So say for example, if you want to make the text bold, you can just press the B, and of course to make text italicized, just italic, and then of course underline as well. You can add some very basic formatting. You can also add things like bullet points to your text, as you can see there. You can add some bullet points or add some numbered bullet points as well. Now if the examiner has enabled some of the exam tools, I can use those. Let's just have a look at the tools over here on the right. Now as we can see the question 1 and 2. I can just go between the questions here. I can also make the exam full screen, so I can focus directly on the exam myself. If I wanted to, I can review the questions. Let me just jump between 1 and 2, and I can also take advantage of the accessibility options that are available here. So if I found it easier to say view the screen this way, I could do that, and of course then I can also upscale or reduce the font size. So go in here and everything gets a little bit larger. Now I'm just going to go back and turn back to default, and I'm going to reduce this down to 100% as well. And actually I'll keep it at 125%. So this is my exam. I can also then, if one of the exam tools that may be available to me, if the option has been enabled by the examiner, is a calculator. So I can use just a basic calculator, or if a scientific calculator was enabled, I could use that as well. I can also use the notepad. The notepad, as the name might suggest, just a tool for me to be able to keep notes during the exam, and of course that persists through the exam question, so I can just kind of put that off to the side if I wanted to, or minimize it, or expand it if I wanted to too. Okay, so let me just move that out of the way. Another tool is the sticky notes, and the sticky notes are done on a per question basis, or added on a per question basis. So I can just add questions, but as you can see, when I move to the other question, the sticky note is just associated or attached to question 2 in this instance. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove that as well. Also, I can use the drawing mode. So let me just use that. So if I wanted to kind of draw a picture, or something to kind of aid my recall, I could use the drawing tool as well. Just going to move that, and then also I can use the highlighting tool as well if this has been enabled. Do you see, as I highlight maybe a piece of the text, maybe a word or a phrase in the text, I can highlight that, and maybe as I'm answering it, just keep going back and referring back to that. So I can change the colors for the highlighting, and if I wanted to just remove that, I can do that as well. Okay, so I'm happy with the questions. What I'm going to do is actually just flag, say, question 2 here, and then at the end I'm just going to review. I'm happy with my answers. And I can see with my review, I can go back and have a look at the questions, and I'm going then to maybe just filter, just have a look at the flagged items. So if you've got lots of different questions, you might want to flag certain questions along the way, and then you can filter just the flagged items as you're going back over them as well, if you wanted to just look at your responses to those questions. And then you can actually have a look at the unattempted ones as well. It just turns out in this instance that the flagged one is the unattempted question, so it's the same one that's coming up. Okay, I'm happy enough with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish my exam. It's going to let me know that one question was unattempted. Yes, I'm happy enough to finish the exam, and it's going to submit the exam now. And then when that's complete, I'll get an alert letting me know that my exam has been successfully submitted. Now all I need to do now is just wait for my feedback and my grades.